Mhm. We have a full agenda today, or let's say prepared agenda.
Hello.
Hi, Ruben. Everyone is here. Let's start. Hello to the TLC meeting on 11th of June. Today we have our agenda to review action items for last week. We have an update from App Runtime Platform Working Group, talk about any other business, and go over our action, PRs, issues, and RFCs. So, yeah, actions from last week. We had one action item to update or provide more info how repositories are removed.
I did it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we will see this later on the dashboard. That's why let's go to the next agenda point to have the update. Thanks for filling up the details here, Amelia.
Yeah. Team updates. I'm very excited that we're growing. We have 2 new approvers, which is great, and 3 new reviewers. And I feel like that makes me feel like we're a little healthy group. And those don't even count the new CNBAppLifecycle area. There's like a whole handful of approvers that came on for that. So that's very exciting. But of course, our sad news is we lost Eric since I last updated. Even though he still seems to be with us. But he's no longer execution lead. My working group continues to work towards TLS Everywhere. One of our blockers was that the internal blobstore was still using non-TLS. That has changed. There is now a TLS port for the internal blobstore, which means I'm going to skip down to the future bullet point that we can start ripping out the ability to register non-TLS routes. There will be warnings about this because we are aware that there could be other deployments that are not CF that are registering things with route registrar that might be using non-TLS routes. So we'll have some kind of rollout with backwards compatibility for this and some nice warnings so it doesn't just fail right away.
Yeah, there's actually one, which is the app autoscaler release. When you turn on MTLS for the broker, it only supports mutual MTLS, which the CAPI open doesn't support.
Okay, wait, say all this again. I'm taking notes.
So the app autoscaler, when we tried to do
the open source one,
the open source one, but Cloud Gov, every time we enable TLS on the VM that's doing the broker services, it only seems to support MTLS, even though you pass it a standard cert. And of course, CAPI with the service broker standard doesn't support MTLS. So.
And I assume the app autoscaler is routed to via a route registrar route.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind, we might not be able to rip this out yet, but we will slowly continue our chipping away at all these clients.
Yeah, no, when you talked about this with the last update, because we use it outside of CF natively to register a bunch of stuff. So like we've got our own Kibana log search platform and we moved that over, we moved a bunch of other stuff over. So we were getting ourselves prepped well ahead of time for this. So
oh my God, that makes me so happy.
So we can be your guinea pigs for some of this stuff too.
Perfect. Okay, not future yet. Another future item. Work on app autoscaler. But that's why we talk about things ahead of time. So everyone gets to raise their hand at the last minute and say, wait, I'm not ready. Okay. We're also working on having TCP traffic automatically use TLS. So the TCP router automatically sends traffic to like the unencrypted app port, and we want to force the TCP router to do TLS. Actually, I think we're going to do MTLS so that the client's always verified. And that way, if someone happens to be on your public, or not your public, your CF network, wherever it's deployed, you can't just reach out to apps on those ports. Other updates, Go 122 is out. I always just put the newest Go version. This one doesn't seem to have many issues. Very exciting. And we've had a fair few amount of security bugs that have come out since the last update. Almost all of them were found by SAP and fixed by SAP. So thank you so much for all the hard work, especially Max. Found a particularly gnarly one and wrote up a great a write-up on it. What else is in the future? Very soon we're going to have ASG consolidation, which basically means when you make an ASG an application security group, right now it only supports a single IP or a CIDR. Now you can provide lists of IPs. Wow, very exciting. So you get to consolidate that JSON file that's probably been filling up for a long time. Now you can have one ASG with a nice list in it. You would be surprised how hard some of these things are to implement when you have to pipe it through the entire system. Of course, I'm always focused on what the next version of Go is going to be. And Garden, we want Garden to work with V2C groups to support the newer stem cells that are coming out soon. But we're currently blocked on this because we don't have a stem cell right now with V2C groups enabled. Ruben has thoughts. You're muted.
I think BPM is also not working.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's like a little bit of a chicken and egg problem that we're going to have to work through. What has to work first? What gets to work first?
Yeah.
So yeah, these are the major things that are on my radar right now.
On the C group, something to keep in mind though, future releases can't be Garden can't be exclusive on V2
Yes.
because of the FIPS folks, because it takes forever to get the validation.
Yes. Noted.
Yeah, this is like in preparation for the noble stem cell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, are there any other questions? Yeah, then we can proceed to the next agenda point to go over the PRs. We have one regarding inactive users. So this has been opened 1st of June. So we have 2 weeks to wait before merging. So towards the end of the week, I can merge this. Maybe we can just approve, and then if you're okay with the PR, then I can merge when we have the 2 weeks.
Does it make sense to try to align the bot with TLC meetings?
Yeah.
So that we don't have this like, oh, merge this thing at the end of the week thing.
Okay, I don't know whether you can be so sophisticated. Maybe every Tuesday to run every first Tuesday of the month. I can check on this. Yeah.
Or first Monday, something.
Or first Monday. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then regarding RFCs, we have the one to integrate native build packs.
Yes, as always, I have to spoil the party again. Last minute comment, there's some inconsistency now. The idea is correct and that's all fine, but the text is not good, I would say. With this introduction of this default app lifecycle, we have to distinguish between a C of push without specifying a lifecycle. That's when the default shall be taken, and a C of push minus lifecycle, CNB or build pack. And this one line, I stumbled across this line with C of push, and then comes optional minus lifecycle build pack, and that's not valid anymore. So yeah. Not complex, and I'm fine to approve everything, but it's an RFC, so it should be correct and should be changed.
Yeah, this, okay. Yeah, it can be done, written more explicit. Somehow it's explained here that it should be based on the default app lifecycle.
Yeah, but that's not correct. If the line is CF push minus lifecycle build pack, then it shall be classic build packs explicitly. That's the inconsistency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then we have to wait until next week. And we have a new one from the action item we had last week. This updates the existing RFC. I was asking myself, can we do this, or we have to amend the existing one with a new RFC?
I think I looked at the rules and it said if you're not changing like the meaning of the RFC, it could be
Okay.
updated.
Mhm.
So I was thinking of this as I'm just adding explicit steps. Like I'm not changing the rules on who has to do what, but just being more explicit. But I'm happy to do whatever the group thinks is necessary. So at the bottom, if you scroll down, there were like 5 cases before, and before we just listed the approval requirements. I left all those the same, but I split it up into approval requirements and then steps, like a workflow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I like this clear process how this should be done.
But before we accept it, I would ask each at least some people to thoroughly read them and make sure that those are the proper steps.
Yeah, a lot of text there.
I was wondering about this case, whether
Yeah, that one.
I thought we are not deleting any repositories, we only archive repositories.
Is that true? Oh.
Yeah.
Wasn't there some exceptions with, let's say, the CI repositories that contained credentials? I don't know if we delete them, but we can also define we do not delete them, we archive them, period. Whatever is inside.
Yeah, we had such a case and we decided to go with archiving because the credentials.
Okay. Yeah, I can update this. I think I'll leave the case and just put explicitly we don't delete. Usually archive.
Steps we don't delete.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I like the it makes a lot more clear how things should be implemented. Are there any other comments on this? No. Okay.
I would request we leave it open for a week and everyone read for typos. I guess like we're not going to merge it anyway because I need to change the delete things. But would appreciate review.
So on the issue side, issues we have only the election ones.
Oh yeah, congrats, Beyhan and Ruben. A landslide election.
Thank you. Most probably we can close those issues then. I don't know what is the situation on the Paketo side. I believe the Ram, do you know whether the Paketo elections are also done?
I don't know if the elections are done. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, okay, then I will leave the
So I just saw on their Slack that the elections run for another week or so. For Paketo.
mhm.
I think they're set to conclude on the 19th.
Okay, then won't touch those. Okay, is there any other business topics? I have one here about to write a blog about for the CNB integration in CF at some point when we have it done.
Yeah, okay. When it's done, that makes sense. But are there PRs already? Like, is it already in flight?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Not my working group, so that's not bad.
Yeah.
For the at least for the first RFC, we have the PRs and most of them are already clarified.
Yeah, I know you're waiting on my working group to review the PR to merge in the CNBAppLifecycle into Diego.
Yeah, cloud controllers work in progress. There's a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
to do to review and
Is there
But, yeah.
like a global issue where you can track? Like, I think we had that for VIPs, right? Where we have an issue with like a list of all the open PRs and things, and we have that also for Noble.
I saw something. I think on the Diego Bosch release was.
I know, yeah, they listed some of them here. I agree, it could be nice to track it somewhere.
Here, I don't know why it's here, Ruben, but it's the chat.
yeah, it would be nice to add them in the central description and have them with ticks or something that you see what is done and what is not.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
like-
about earlier about this when we accept an RFC, how we track when it's implemented or somehow.
Yeah,
Um,
like the issue I linked, that's what we do for the noble work.
yeah,
Like milestones, we tried milestones, but that doesn't work if it's like across multiple repos. And a project is a bit like heavyweight. So this is what we have been using. So that like would also be easy to link from an RFC, right? Like this is the issue to track, and then people can just subscribe to that issue.
I like this example. I'll suggest that to Jan, who's leading this effort, I think.
we maybe have a issue in our community repository, which is the meta one, and linking to all others. Or
Yeah, also seems fine.
yeah, maybe we can try different things with the next RFCs and see. Yeah.
Yeah, given that this is a recorded meeting and people are watching this, like it's quite nice to see this, like these bigger efforts taking shape. Getting a lightweight update on it.
I couldn't hear you, Ruben, last sentence, but
Can you hear me now?
I have
Okay,
to
yeah,
increase
I was
my.
saying this thing is muting me. I'm gonna order a new headset.
I can hear Ruben. Might be Beyhan.
Okay.
I increased the volume.
Okay. Yeah, I was just saying that it's good to have a place where, or given that this is a recorded meeting, to have a lightweight update in this meeting of like these bigger efforts. Like after they have gone through the RFC process, keeping track of them is quite nice, I think, for people that are watching this recording or attending the meeting.
Yeah. But do you like the idea to have an issue in the community repository? Or
Yeah, I like that. Because then you could also have them on the board in a different tab.
yeah, we can introduce a different tab. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, I can then take this one as a first example and create an issue and just.
Oh, I already asked Jan too.
Okay, okay then, no, I well, okay then let me put an action item. We have this, yeah, run.
Yeah, I wanted to bring up this FIPS blog post that had a considerable amount of revisions. Have people had a chance to look at it?
I checked it and it was fine from my perspective.
Yeah, so there's two distinct stages of the FIPS blog post. There is the before Peter Burkholder and the after Peter Burkholder phases. So Peter had a lot of opinions about what the content should be and had a lot of suggestions. So I guess my question is, have people had taken a look after Peter had a chance to pull in his revisions and things like that?
I don't think so.
No.
Do you have the
Yeah,
link?
so if I can, yeah, I'll post the link in the TOC channel.
thank you.
If people can take a look at it and get some final thoughts on that, I'll publish it at the earliest. Thanks.
I also added an action item to the video.
Thank you.
Regarding the walk for CNB integration, do you have any opinion on that?
No, I think that's very welcome. I think a lot of people in the community are interested in seeing how that effort goes. I think the Paketo community would also benefit from all of the attention that this might generate. So,
Yeah.
and if there's anything I can do to help push that along, I'm more than happy to assist. I really welcome the idea. Thanks, Beyhan.
Okay, then when we have all the PRs merged for the integration, I think it's a good time to start. I will ping you when we reach that one.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to discuss? No, then we are done for today. And have a nice day, evening, and see you next week. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.